Hello, people, and welcome to the first match of the World Team Carcassonne Online Championships Season 6, I believe. And this one we will be kicking off right out with the Group C, which is, in some opinions, including my own, given the unofficial status of the death group. You can see the group right on the screen, with Lithuania, Thailand, Romania, Mexico, Portugal, and Ukraine. So all six definitely a huge countries for Carcassonne. A lot of talent to be found, and I mean, I really can't think of a more tougher group, especially for this season. Ukraine still, I would say, is gonna be the I'd say marginal favorite, and by saying marginal favorite is kind of a lot to be said because even though Ukraine's average player elo is about 700, and still only being a marginal favorite. It just kind of tells us the overall look of the group. I mean, you got so many big names from all of these teams actually, and a lot of experience all over the board. Now the lineup today will be, as seen above me right there. It is Batal Alboltov with the screen name Muzhachello on table 1 versus TAMATAMAz of Thailand. Mashinele versus Ritichai Chalongkul. Euclid 34 versus LZTC. Andreas Vapas with the screen name Liudeselis versus idinidad on table 4. And Kroikul versus Chanakan Klaikov on table 5. Liudeselis Gun 007 both have experience on competing in the World Championships. Andreas in 2023 and probably also on earlier years. I'm not exactly sure. And Gun attended just last year, so in 2024, whom I also had a pleasure of meeting. Batal also, I mean, given his status, I'd say probably has some World Championships experience. Although I can't exactly pinpoint the years, but I'm pretty sure he has been there. And Pakshe, I mean, undoubtedly one of the Thai players who is going to be attending the World Championships in the future years. The stream says Lithuania versus Thailand. What did I misspoke? Um, I'm pretty sure it is Lithuania versus Thailand. Am I getting trolled by Elias? Or have I misspoken? I have a feeling I have misspoken. Um, but Lithuania versus Thailand is the match of today, and we will be focusing on tables 1 and 2 as starters. So on Muzhachello versus TAMATAMAz and Mashinele versus Pakshe. Mashinele, a fairly new name to myself, so it will be interesting to see uh, how he can actually challenge the, I'd say undoubtedly the best Thai player. Ah, you said Ukraine is the favorite, but they are not playing. But I know you meant the group favorite. Ah, okay. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, most definitely talking about the group favorites. Um, speaking all of these six teams in general. As of today, I don't. I'm not really sure which one, because Lithuania has fairly uh, mm, fairly many veterans, I'd say, and Thailand is a bit of a newer team, so the competitive experience of Thailand of or the Thai players in general is limited, but given their rather rocky success in the recent competitions in the recent competitions by on both the team level and individual level, they can definitely pack a punch. But yeah, we'll be starting with Mashinele and Pakshe, and well, certainly Pakshe in this one is going to be a heavy favorite, but we shall see how Mashinele responds. So fairly straightforward moves. Mashinele takes the only vacant uh, road end. Also threatened to complete a 10-point city immediately, though might have been actually better to simply take 4-point city at the bottom, not risking actually just using a city cap for a bit of a mediocre value perhaps. Could have waited for like less valuable tiles for Doritos and Triple Cities to continue the city at the top, but seeing that Machinella is just a bit under 500, I do have a feeling, and uh, seemingly that feeling is not far-fetched, that we are going to be seeing fairly decent amount of fireworks and a bit of a riskier place, going for either a huge ruin or a huge city straight away. Now, usually this will not really end up being in a huge favor of the player who is trying to unify everything, because he's going to use like now here one tile, two tiles, three tiles, and then red will eventually just attack with a second meeple anyway. But in some scenarios, maybe red draws garbage after this connection, and then Machinella will be able to actually maneuver a significant threat. But we'll see how the priorities of the Lithuanian player are. Is he going to go for the connection straight away? Is he going to take points like here, which would be actually really annoying for Pakshe? Or is he going to go over here, maybe start a new city? He does indeed go with the patience, takes 2 points, and restricts the monastery of Pakshe down to the 3 remaining starting tiles, which I would say is a very a decent move, as there is really no point in using especially a quick point tile to make the unification so early on. Oh, now this is something that that you should really avoid doing, I think. This is, I mean, ironically, I have seen, especially Elias, doing this type of stuff. I mean, it's gonna go down in one or two in one of the two ways. Either red immediately attacks and just gets to equalize the whole structure here, and then basically this city cap has been used for nothing, or like in this scenario, Mashinele actually gets to threaten the possible completion. Well, not immediately, but perhaps afterwards, if he is able to cover up the squares over here. But it's now an inch closer to the completion of the city, and also sort of kind of blocked away this maybe incoming attack from Pakshe, though it does look like that Pakshe wasn't really interested in attacking this city part, because upon using or upon having two shielded tiles um, for himself, you really don't want to use them or connect them rather to a shared feature, because that's just, potential lost points for the player who placed the shielded tiles. I did that because you are too strong and were much better, so I had to bet on luck a bit. uh, maybe maybe that is also the reason for the Lithuanian player here to do the exact same thing. Maybe he is a bit afraid of Pakshe, as he probably should be. Um, Pakshe, one of the perhaps like 25, 30-ish players who have crossed the more or less coveted 800 elo mark. And also quite recently, actually, I want to say, was able to achieve the number one elo badge on BGA. And I mean, the scoreboard is seemingly looking very, very good for the Thai player here, with 9 to 22, and really at the moment no significant threats from the Lithuanian here. Has a, well, nicely developed monastery, but so does Pakshe. Has a 3-point road here, and the city still requires significant amount of resources to be finished, which he is now trying to do. But Pakshe will immediately go over here, not not really in order to attack the city, but just to prevent or postpone the completion by a lot. Like, he's not going to meeple this, I would say, because there's only one more cow into this square available. So Pakshe will go over here, not meeple it, and he will enjoy life like this. And now you can see, like, this project for the Lithuanian is just very much close to being unrealistic to complete. And it is likely going to be just a ruin. Even if the cow would be drawn by the Lithuanian, then, I mean, I really do not see a world where this city gets completed. Even if Green decides to really go for the completion, it's still open from so many squares that Pakshe will have a lot of time to block or attack it with a second meeple if he wants to. In the meanwhile, Pakshe has expanded the size of the field to 9 points. Technically not technically only 6 points as of right now, but very, very likely to be expanded into 9 points with any field plus field tile over here, or the starting tile, which would be the peak of efficiency for Pakshe. Also, Pakshe having two different cities open, one to which he can use city caps, extenders, and one to which he can use triangles and triple cities too. So a really, really easy building time for Pakshe, whereas for Mashinele it's really not a great position at all to be in. Pakshe could actually go here and maybe prepare this road. Goes with a meeple too. I mean, I might be actually I don't really like this meeple. I like, yeah, there are still three starting tiles, but you kind of want to induce green to actually invest a meeple on this road himself and to like force green to maybe even use the starting tile here themselves. Like here now, you pretty much unnecessarily put more pressure on not only one meeple but now two meeples to force yourself to get this starting tile in order to actually try and kind of solidify your position with these two meeples and justify the use of an additional meeple and going into a meeple disadvantage, which in itself is not that bad when you are 9 points in the lead and you have nice development all over, and you really don't have many tiles that you don't get any value out of. But it's just it's still a bit unnecessary to claim features that you could actually try to claim with tempo as a continuation of uh, of the starting tile. Mashinele, meanwhile, starts to attack the city of Pakshe, which, I mean, I'm not sure about this. Not sure if Green actually has, or if Green can actually afford to make these kind of moves. Well, there's maybe a universe where Green goes over here, then gets another city tile, goes over here and attacks with another meeple, finishes this city and gets like 20 points. So maybe that is a potential plan for Green here. But otherwise, I think starting a new city here, maybe even, yeah, just starting a new city here would have been maybe even much better. Now we gotta start thinking about uh, point efficiency, and I think we kind of have to go over here. We gotta cut the road. We have to prevent the field from getting expanded. Which, oh no, oh no, there are so many red flags in this move. First of all, Pakshe did not have any meeples in hand, so he was not able to make use out of the city cap, which means that by taking simply 2 points for this road and leaving an empty city cap out there lying around would have been much better for Green. It would have also resulted in 2 more points because now he got the city but not the points for the road. And secondly, this city could have been easily blocked because both of the dividers are out And so Pakshe could have gone here with a field Dorito or with the final remaining cow tile and just destroyed this city immediately, getting rid of this meeple and just further causing just absolute mayhem to Green's position, which is already really bad. Pakshe starting a new city. Not sure if this is worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But there are a lot of Doritos actually. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, actually a lot of Doritos left in the deck. So yeah, this actually can be still completed with as a Harambos shaped city with Dorito, 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 which would be really nice. Well, a cow is drawn by Green, but it only actually brings him 5 points, 3 points directly, and takes away 2 points from Pakshe here. So really no significant progress, but he can maybe go for the completion. But are the city caps enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, there aren't even enough city caps to actually go for the completion of the city, which was kind of the initial purpose of this cow move by Pakshe, so significantly reduces the chances of the city being completed, and it is now indeed impossible to be completed. Some extra points for Mashinele finally completing the monastery and the road, but it is way too little too late as he is more than minus 30 points behind on the scoreboard, whilst Pakshe is controlling a field of 15 points plus another field of 3 points and a city of 2, whereas all that Mashinele has is a ruin of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points plus another city of actually a ruin of 4 points and a road of 3 points. So like there is absolutely nothing that Machinella can do to really even try and minimize the damage um, regarding the final score. There are no city caps even left remaining in the deck at all. Pakshe pulled the final one and even got to make the 9-point move on his field, claiming the 6-point city. And yeah, it's just over. And this is pretty much the final nail in the coffin here for Mashinele. I mean, he attacks a 3-point field, a 3-point field. He can get 3 points, actually even more, from really anywhere. So yeah, just the final nail in the coffin of Machinelle. I mean, he could have even meepled this 3-point road for all he cares. But we are about to see a huge point difference in favor of the Thai player, as expected, really. With plenty of time also remaining in the clocks of both players, a bit less than 7 minutes for green and over 4 minutes for Pakshe, which kind of indicates that this really was not the type of game that in which Pakshe really needed to think all that much. It was pretty straightforward for him. Almost a 40-point difference for the Thai player is really just huge. Moving on to our second highlight match on table 1 with Muzhachello versus TAMATAMAz. Trying to figure out what the score is at the moment, but if we have some cooperation from PGA, and we do, Muzhachello is leading 1-0. And we are seeing a massive city here, which is shared, so there likely is not going to be any hassle over here, although there is actually still one dagger to fit over here, but are there... Oh, the city is actually attackable still, because there is still one dagger to go to fit into the square, and there are also 2 road Doritos. So a dagger for either player would be just absolutely massive, with a 75% chance to actually attack and claim and win a massive city, which would undoubtedly be a game-winning feature. Well, Muzhachello draws one of the 2 road Doritos, so now only a 50% attacking chance for either player who draws the dagger if they want to attack the city in the first place. And well, based on the scoreboard lead of the Thai player, it would indeed be only the Lithuanian who would be interested in adding a 4th meeple to this feature here. With plus 12 on the scoreboard, TAMATAMAz is in a really comfortable spot at the moment. Plus 16, 15, 14, plus 14 with equal meeples and 20 tiles to go. It's looking really good. There is some threat of Muzhachello actually finishing a city over here, maybe dropping a farmer too, just for a good measure, taking a 6-point field, maybe expanding at the top to a 12-pointer. Maybe then maybe afterwards. Oh, no, 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 no. This is not what you want to do. This is terrible. I legit think this is terrible move by TAMATAMAz. I mean, the principle is good. We take a 6-point monastery, but at what cost? We gotta think about how it changes the board dynamic. Because that road monastery now connects every field to each other. Every field. It just becomes one massive field, which Batal unsurprisingly notices immediately and claims the field for himself. Like you can see, it's now 6, 9 points with the added potential of getting a tube divider over here for 2 more cities, then a third city over here, maybe for 18-point field. And yes, we get this monastery meeple back for 9 points, but at what cost again? Because then we do have to invest stuff to attack to the field, and it might actually not be in our hands anymore at that point. It might actually be too late then. Really not fan of this move by TAMATAMAZ. Also because blue was in the lead, in a clear lead. Like by far, his position was absolutely phenomenal. With plus 14 in the lead, you don't want to make big features like big fields if you are in the lead by that much. You don't want it. Don't want it. It's a recipe for disaster. Also, Tama is now okay. He takes away the dagger possibility to attack the city, but he's even further expanding the potential field. Immediately when the tube divider hits, it's going to be just phenomenal time for Muzhachello with the field. It's going to grow the size of the field from 9 points to 18 points. Then there's also going to be the potential of actually finishing the city by red for even more field points. Okay, he does make the correct move of meepling the field, which is nice. Not a moment too early. I think it should have been done like even over here actually. But stuff is now well. Stuff is now well. We have fixed our mistakes for now. We are 21 points in the lead. The field is equal. We have 2 extra points, sorry, 3 extra points in the roads, so 24, and then red has a 3-point city. So we are actually plus 20? No. We are still plus 21. My math is failing. So plus 1 and then minus 1. So yeah, plus 21. And with this move, we further increase our chances of winning probably, because now we have more meeples to spare. Batal going for the second farmer, which in his, to his credit, I mean, he has to go for it because the farm is the only feature at this moment which can save his game, because he is so far behind. Over 20 points, and now even further behind, as TAMATAMAZ can even meeple the ruin here, which he absolutely should do, because there is nothing really that he can actually use his meeple advantage to, other than just scoring. Welcome, Timrak. And the Thai player even manages to actually draw the crucial tile, being the daggers. So now this connection to the field will not be valid or alive for Muzhachello anymore. And for a good measure, we also go for the second meeple here as the Thai player, which is really just an insurance. This is also a mistake from Muzhachello, I would say. I would argue that would be better to connect to this farmer immediately, because this connection is not longer live, so as to not risk this connection of being made and then you actually just losing the field straight up. But yeah, at this stage, not much matters because there is no way of red winning this field, and even if he would, it would not even actually cover the point difference on the scoreboard. Plus, blue having additional features on the board is really not helping the matter. So we probably just take a 6-point field, also at the top or down at the bottom. Either one is fine. And do we actually have to go over here as red to prevent the connection? Apparently not. Yeah, and apparently this would not have even been able to prevent the connection. We actually just had to kind of pray that we get this um, final crossroad anyway, in order to not lose by a quadrillion billion points, which we kind of still do, but why is Muzhachello not taking the 3 points on his fields at least? I'm pretty sure that Batal was looking to go over here solely for the intention of being able to block this connection and not allowing um, not allowing blue to go here with the crossroad because it was still possible. But to a decider, they go on table 1, which is great stuff for the audience. And let's actually stick around to look at the decider here. Burning already half a minute from his clock for the first move, which shouldn't really even make much difference going over here or over here. This is just general stuff. We take 4 points. And I'm just simply continuing the city, and we do the same. We have a nice lead 10-0, and we have the starting player advantage, so all is well. We could even start another city as blue here, either like this or maybe like this. This is slightly better because it does not create a loop road to be taken, but it is still the secondary option that the Thai player decides to go with. And now we have a bit of a problem in our hand. So where do we go with this triple city? We could go. We could technically continue our city to the left because it's a bit more um, protected that way. Or we could maybe go over here and do some sort of indirect attack or an indirect defensive measure to protect our city. However, this I think is the weakest move out of all the potential city moves that we could have done. Um, it leaves our city more vulnerable than if it were if it were to be if we pointed it to the left. It also gives out a road end, though that wasn't really um, avoidable unless we meeple it ourselves, which would not be the move that I would do even myself. And I mean, we just, yeah, not much was really achieved by this move. But okay, Tama instead went with a bit of a risk on the city's integrity, and it will remain to be seen as how well it's going to pay off. Meanwhile, Muzhachello grabbing the monastery, the first monastery of the game, and I mean, in the previous game he liked to form the fields, and in this one, seemingly also the same thing. And Muzhachello also again first on the field. Seemingly Batal also not worried about the city at the bottom, not using a city cap to attack it, rather waiting for less valuable tile, as he did not want to leave an empty city cap lying around pointing to the left, as that would potentially cause some issues with the pending attack to the city. So if Muzhachello goes over like this and attacks the city, then maybe his opponent gets city cap, goes over here, then starts blocking the connection with straight roads, or maybe attacks with the third um, meeple. Lots of unwanted things can happen from that. And now a bit of an, actually I would say a bit of an unconventional move being made by the blue player here, actually using a divider as a divider and separating his opponent from the larger part of the city. Now usually dividers are actually used for your own features instead, but given the potential of the city, I mean, I can definitely understand this move. Muzhachello definitely looking to either attack the city even more or block it in the future, and opts to go for the attack. Really just trying to make sure that the city never gets finished for blue. It doesn't really even matter at this point, with being 22 points ahead and pretty much on equal meeples, because this one is really easy to get back. So it doesn't really even matter if this connection was never to be made. It just matters that this move poses a possibility of this of preventing the city of not being completed. And Patal gets another wonder tile with 3 extra points for the road, as well as his monastery meeple back. Also has successfully been able to add some more city caps to his field, and now looking to block the city of the Thai player here. With how many daggers are there? Not daggers, but road Doritos. Actually, only one road Dorito to go into this square, and 2 horse tiles, so triple cities with road, have also gone out. So only 2 tiles here to fit into this square at all. But it's still worthwhile to try and... Wow. Wow. Okay. This is also an option. There is still a splitter, right? Yeah, there is still a splitter, a vertical splitter to go into this square. So the completion of the city is still possible, and it would indeed potentially get blue back into this game. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. So 24 would have possibly been 26 points plus the 6-point field, but unfortunately for the Thai player, Batal manages to get the connection, and this is actually really unfortunate for TAMATAMAz, as there are no more splitters even, and Muzhachello simply does the excruciatingly good move, takes away any possibility from his opponent to attack the city with the one remaining dagger from here, and thus with the loss of the city, or not really a loss of the city, but a but an equalization of the city by his opponent, this game might be over. This game might very well be over. Muzhachello even further emphasizing that this city will not get attacked by blue with the third meeple. There will not be any chances taken, even though there was still actually only one single tile, or one single connection tile to fit into the square, being the one remaining cow tile, so the triple city with a field, which is also drawn by Muzhachello and causing further issues for the Thai player here. And this is really just screaming for help for the Thai player. Honestly, not sure what he even can do in this situation. With minus 21 on the scoreboard, minus 19, 17, 11, 15, 17, and 26 behind is the Thai player, and with equal meeples and very, very little threats. Basically none at all. And no big features on the board. It's virtually impossible for Batal to lose this game. Virtually impossible. We just take the meeple back, maybe even go for a secondary field meeple as we do, because we are because of the possibility of us claiming or receiving the final dagger to fit into the square, take 5 points and grow our strength of the field or hold of the field from 1 meeple to 2 meeples. He could even let me play and he would still win. Probably so, yeah. I mean, it's like I said, virtually impossible to lose this game as the red player here any longer. Even with the most helpful moves from from red to blue, it's really difficult to gain enough points to even come close. Especially when Muzhachello just keeps racking up more and more points. And these single 2-point moves are just not going to be enough. They are not going to bring enough juice into a potential win for blue. Because he just doesn't have the tiles to uh, to uh, to finish the city. Like you could have maybe tried to go for this and then go with a city cap here, drop a farmer, then try to get the final remaining dagger, unify himself to the 9-point field, finish the city. Like those are the kind of tactics that you should be doing when you are this far behind, and you just really need to count on like the super optimal tile runouts. Now there's a potential 9-point field to be taken, maybe. It's still possible. I mean, there is still the dagger to fit into this square to expand the field. But realistically, I don't even see red taking this field. I think he's just going to be waiting for maybe the dagger, maybe until his very last move. And the dagger it is. 5 juicy points more for the Lithuanian player here. And there is just absolutely nothing to do for blue here. With 35 points behind, a 15-point field controlled by his opponent, so minus 50. Yeah, give or take, blue is like minus 40 roughly in this situation with 2 tiles to go. So you do the math. It's not really likely that blue will be able to conjure up some rabbits from the hat. Actually, now that I think about it, this might have not even been the best move. I mean, there was an alternative for Muzhachello to even go over here and get 6 points added for himself um, for the for the field if he wants to be like really fancy, but he doesn't, which is perfectly understandable. And so this will be the first match point for Lithuania. And we will then take a look at how Pakshe is doing against the Mashinele. Well, playing a decider, so Mashinele was actually able to get into a decider, which is, I'd say, already rather surprising. Some additional fireworks. We will definitely take a look at this situation. With 20 tiles to go, Pakshe scoreboard lead looking just phenomenal. We have 2 blocked meeples into a small 6-point ruin, so 3 points per meeple for green over here. We have a shared field, a 6-point monastery, shared ruin, and a blocked 10-point ruin for Pakshe. So also looking very difficult for the Thai player to lose this game. Also blocks the monastery now and grabs another 9-point field. So let's actually, just for the fun, look for the count the point difference. So plus 26, 35, 45, 38, 32, 34. So plus 34 points for the Thai player here. So it's looking very much the same as between Batal and TAMATAMAz on their final game, that there is very, 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 very little to do. Green cannot even actually get any meeples back from anywhere because this is blocked, 2 meeples on fields, and this in a shared feature. Even from a shared feature, I mean, it's just not efficient to place any tiles to shared features because they simply do not accumulate points for you. They accumulate points for you both. And when you are behind, you just can't afford to build shared features. Maybe in some very, very rare exceptions you can, but I doubt this is one of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it is an 18-point field though, so, and the only potential attacking platform, actually there are multiple attacking platforms over here, maybe even over here through a straight road. Pakshe honestly should go probably here and then try to get a curve here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's still a curve, so why don't we go over here or not before this gets blocked, which it does. Not that not that it's like essential for red to get a majority on this field. It's just like, you know, some more fancy smanchy stuff that he could do. Not much to do at all for Mashinele. Maybe we can go over here, try to set up some sort of connection platform on this square. Actually, I don't know, never mind. I was about to say maybe we can go over here, then go over here with a curve, place a farmer here, but it's not really doing much because we can't connect from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's still one triangle, so maybe we can just simply try to connect. Actually, we can try to connect to the field. We can go over here. We can drop a farmer, connect to the 18-point field. I mean, because what else do we do? Well, apparently we just take points, but I really don't like that because we can't win with just quick points. Like, we have to attack the field. Well, realistically, there is like no way we can win anymore, but you know, we can always try and minimize the point difference. So winning an 18-point field doesn't sound that bad, no? So Pakshe honestly should probably go over here and prevent this field connection. Or he goes over here with how many straight roads? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of straight roads actually. A lot. So good chances of connecting. Plus there was this road monastery. Mashinele not getting a useful tile here, which means Pakshe is he actually forced to draw a straight road? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm pretty sure Pakshe has a straight road in hand, but I could have miscounted. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, straight road goes over here, even gets all of these 18 points and just, for the good measure wins by a quadrillion points. 71-37 without the fields even being counted. It's 9, like what, 9 plus 18, like 27 points more. Yeah, the difference is gonna be like, what, almost 40 points. No, more than 40 points. Almost 50 points. 105 to 57. Even greater than between Batal, Boltov, and TAMATAMAZ. So, yeah, well, Pakshe definitely avenging his teammates here and getting also a much needed match point for Thailand. Thailand, no doubt, is having a lot of faith on Pakshe, and probably I would um, I would kind of foresee that Pakshe will be playing in every match for Thailand, and also given that they are in the death group, so there are like really no easy opponents here. Okay, let's see how table 3 is doing. Euclid 20, sorry, 30. Huh. Okay. How about we do this? Let's also switch the name of one of the Lithuanian players into its right form, and mark also down that there was a decider and it has gone the Thai player's way. So another match point for Thailand going into 1 and 2. And then how is our Lithuanian veteran here doing? More or less under pressure, though. Not that he might actually know it if he's playing, and he is. So there is um, even more deciders going on. So now on table 4, and this is actually a must-win for Lithuania if they want to have a chance at winning this match. Against Thailand. So connects to the field, which is, well, there's a shared 9-point field. There is a now shared 15-point field, a connected 9-point field again. So all fields are equal. And Andreas Wavas is -5 points on the scoreboard, -9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 8. He's -1. -1. But there might be a possibility to still connect into this ruin for blue, which would be just actually quite devastating for red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, yeah, there is a cow remaining, a triple city with a field, and then 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5, no field Doritos, 1, 2, 3, 4, a road triangle, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, a road triangle and a cow, so still 2 tiles to connect for blue, and given that red is actually behind 1 point and this threat exists, I think it would be needed for Andreas to actually just claim the points here straight up. Maybe he's also considering a possibility like this, dropping a farmer and just hoping that he does draw also the tiles needed for the connection. Ooh, okay, so now we go for this. But is this actually a mistake here? So how many curves are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there are a lot of curves. A lot of curves. Wow. So okay, after this, red is +4. And I don't think he can actually afford to go here. Because if this connection happens, it's just an automatic loss for red. Oh, this is tragic. Should we go for this one and try to connect to the 15-point field over here? Yeah, this is really a scenario where Andreas really needs to think. Take the really like 2-3 minutes even out of his clock and think through this endgame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 curves. Another curve is drawn, and it's going to be used here by idinidad for sure. We do get the block. Okay, so now we go here, and unfortunately we don't get a curve over here, but maybe we can still connect over here, because the one remaining tile is a road Dorito. But what is the other remaining tile? Is there a road tile? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there a straight road? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a straight road. So idinidad absolutely has to go here. This is the winning move for blue. If he doesn't do this, he's going to lose. This is the only winning move for idinidad in case Liudeselis has a straight road in hand. Oh no! He makes... Oh my god! Makes the one of the worst move of... Yeah, like this is actually equal to placing placing the curve anywhere on the map, anywhere that doesn't affect this connection, because this blocks nothing. This was a huge blunder, a massive blunder by idinidad. Like, going over here brings 100% win, But going over here like this, it's a 50% win. But he does get bailed out by the deck. And I mean, just wow. I mean, look at this, an 8-point win, and this connection is worth 12 points. So, oh god, this is just with 4.5 minutes in the clock, a strong 500 player. I mean, this is ghastly. This is so bad. Throws away the certain win and just takes a 50-50 win because this for an ordinary player who doesn't count the tiles looks like it's a more effective block, because there are so many, because usually there are like all regular curves, there are daggers, there are crossroads that would go here if this curve would be directed to the left, but you have to know the remaining tiles, and that is what matters in this scenario when the whole game is depending on if this connection is to be made on the 12-point wheel or not. And wow, just an absolute breeze of luck for Thailand as idinidad gets away with it and puts Thailand into a 3-1 lead. What an unfortunate stuff for Liudeselis here. Unfortunate. Kroikul. Unfortunately, Kroikul hasn't actually won his duel either, so it actually is 1-4 for Thailand this first match. So actually, um, the severe mistake of idinidad did not would not have cost Thailand the match, but you have to take into account that because the system is that the top two from each group go on, and the two thirds, or the two best thirds of all groups combined also go to the playoffs. The tiebreakers will matter, and the tiebreakers consist of won duels and won games. So every single game and every single one duel or extra one duel is going to make an impact if you have to fight for the third spot. So that's why you actually you do want to have as many games won and duels won as humanly possible, and those kind of severe mistakes, like we just saw, could easily make the difference of your team getting into the playoffs or dropping in the group stage. There are always miscounts in WTCOC. This one could also be just nerves. Maybe he just remembered there used to be many curves left, so probably there was still one. I mean, yeah, that is a fair point, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a severe blunder. It doesn't matter if it's nerves, if it's a miscount, if it's just like, I don't know, a breeze of a miscalculation or whatever. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you're either going to lose the game or you're not. Now, it can be debated on what actually caused you to lose, but you can see you have all the information you need in a scenario like that, and you know, humans make mistakes. That's of course a thing, but you there is no one else to blame other than yourself if you just butcher a certain win. I mean, let's not really sugarcoat it. There's it's just your own fault. You had everything you needed for a 100% win, but you didn't go for it. Now that aside, we have the result, and the result is 1-4 in favor of Thailand, and that is the result of the opening match for the World Team Carcassonne Online Championship season 6. So that's going to put Thailand in the lead in Group C with a nice tiebreaker also with a 4-1. Lithuania, an, a rather unfortunate start, but there are still 4 more weeks of play to come. So this first week is definitely not going to be the like a decisive one. Absolutely anything can happen to any team the further we go. I'm very capable of understanding the thinking of players who make mistakes. I just need to understand how players who make the right moves think. That is a great analogy. I once gave a conference about Thailand in food elementary school. I once gave a conference about Thailand. That is such a confusing sentence. Anyway, the incoming matches that are so far agreed upon. Uh, Note that all matches will have to be agreed regarding the timing on Wednesday, 23:59 UTC. So there's still a bit more than well, maybe a bit less than 2.5 days for every team to agree with their opponents on the timing of their first week match. So far, what we have agreed is tomorrow Italy versus Germany. On 26th, Romania, Mexico, another Group C match. Then Catalonia, Hong Kong in Group A, Finland, Australia in Group A also on 27th, Taiwan, Belgium on 27th, and the United States and Czech Republic on 27th as well. Naturally, the 26th and 27th are Saturday and Sunday, so because we have cross-continent duels, a lot of them, then those are, I would say, even categorically likely to fall to be arranged on weekend due to the rather massive time differences between some of the countries in some groups, and that is also likely when some WTCOC marathons would happen regarding the streaming. Congratulations to Thailand, and thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for sticking until the end. I will be seeing you with some more Carcassonne content later this week. Bye for now.